Now we are going to create this beautiful landscape environment in Blender in Eevee render engine. Before that, I have given some texture website link in description. Just click that link, then download this leaf set texture in 2K. If you want you can download in 4K, then download this bark texture, download this HDRI in 2K. If you want you can download this 4K, then download this plant model. We are going to use this plant in our landscape environment, then I have given tree transparent link to download it. Now I'm open Blender. I'm using Blender version 4.2. Now enable free add-on. For that go to edit preferences, enable sapling tree add-on. If you can't find it here, then click get extension. You will find it then with internet connection. Install that add-on. Then you can find that add-on here. Second add-on is Node Wrangler add-on. It will be helpful in shader edito. Final one is extra objects. No, we have default cube. Actually I don't like to delete my default cube, but we are going to use that cube, so just move it here in Y axis, then delete this light, then hold shift and press A, curve, click sapling gen tree. Now we have tree. In this pop-up menu, in this option, there are so many different types of tree. You can just click one by one and see it. For now I'm going to use this type, and then change this scale value to 0. Now go into wireframe mode. You can click this option, or press Z, move your mouse here. You can see there are more polygons. Our tree is high poly, but we don't need that. Now we are going to make our tree little bit low poly. For that, in here reduce the value of bevel resolution. You can see the changes. Our tree polygons are reducing. Then reduce this curve resolution value too. After that change this option into leaves. Enable show leaves. Change the leaf shape into rectangular. Change the leaves count 180. Then change this leaf scale value 0.6. And this value is 1. Go to world properties. Click this yellow dot color. And click environment texture. Now click open. Then bring that HDRI that you download, then click this option to go render view, or press Z, go to render. We are in Eevee render engine, then enable ray tracing, then in color management, change this to filmic, and change this into very high contrast, then reduce the strength value 0.500. Now we are to apply textures to our tree. Select this plane. These are going to be our leaves. Then go to shader editor, click new, rename it leaves, then select this principled, BSDF, node and hold Ctrl, Shift, T, then go to the texture that you downloaded. In here you will find two normal texture. This one is normal, DX, this one is normal, GL. Comparing these two, normal, GL, is better to use, so select these texture, and this normal texture, bring it, then select this tree. Click new, rename it bark. Now select principled, BSDF, hold Ctrl, Shift, T, then select these bark texture, and bring it. Now we have to joint this tree and leaves, but this tree is curve, you can see it. Now we have to convert this into mesh. Right click, convert to, click mesh. Now it is mesh. Select this tree, and select this leaves, then hold Ctrl, press J, to joint into one. But we are facing some UV unwrap problem. Now go into edit mode. You can see all our leaves are selected. Now just hold Ctrl and press I to invert selection, or click this bark, click select option, then this bark assign faces will be selected. Now press U, click smart, UV unwrap, click unwrap, then in scale here change the value into 5. Now double click here to rename it, or just press F2, rename it tree. After that move your tree here. After that I am going to bring grass. I already create a grass in Blender. Going to bring that grass. If you want to create grass in Blender, it is easy. I have already made a video for that. I have given that video link in description. After watching this video you can create your own grass easily. Watch that video too for creating grass. Or if you have your own grass assets, then you can use that. I have two grasses here. Selecting these two grasses, click M to make it into a new collection. Rename it grasses, Then we are download a plant model. In Polyhaven, now go to File, Append, then go to that Blender file. Now click this blend file. In here you can there are some folders, like Collection, Material, Object. In here you can select anything you want from blend file. Now go to Object, then here you can see there are so many object. By seeing these name, I think all single plants are duplicates. Now press A to select all, and bring it. See, like I said, it have duplicate. If I delete it, see there is another plant. Now what I am going to do is, I am going to delete all these. I just want these 3 only. Then I am going to delete all these duplicate here. Just select and delete the plant like this. Now finally we have these 3. Now select these 3, click M, click New Collection, rename it Plant or Flower Plant or anything you like. Click OK, then move it here. Now we are to bring rock. Hold Shift and press A, Mesh, Rock Generator. I just need 1 rock. In this pop-up menu you can increase the count if you want, but 1 is okay for me. Go to Shader Editor, click New, rename it Rock, then select the Principled, BSDF, hold Ctrl, Shift press T, then bring the rock textures here. Now see texture is not applied properly. For that go to Edit Mode, press U, click UV Unwrap. Now it is perfect. Then bring RGB curves, and then click and move it here to Little Big Bright, then move these rocks here. Finally we are going to bring our transparent tree. Just hold Shift, press A, click Image, then go that folder you put that transparent tree, then bring that tree. Now press F2, rename it Transparent Tree, go to Shader Editor, click this color to alpha, bring invert color, place it here, then bring color ramp, and move your black here. In Add menu bring RGB curves, place it here, click and drag this curve like this, to make our tree little bit dark. Hold Shift and press A, Mesh Plane, move your plane here, click Tab, to go into Edit Mode, scale it press S, 40 in numpad, right click, Subdivide, in this pop-up menu, change the value 40, go to Modifier, bring the Displace Modifier, click New, click this option, change this into Cloud, change the noise basis into Cell Noise, and change the size value, 5. Then press Ctrl, 1, to add Subdivision Modifier, to value 1, change the render value, 1, right-click Shader Smooth, press F2, rename it Landscape. In Shader Editor, hold Shift and press A, bring Noise Texture, hold Ctrl, Shift, left-click to preview it, then hold Ctrl and press T, it will add texture coordinates and mapping. Now connect this object to vector, change the noise texture, scale value 0.100, and detail value 15, then in Add menu bring color ramp, just place it here, it will automatically connect, then bring the black and white, move over, here change this black color, the hex code is 8C4D1C, then this color hex code is BE7F51, select this principled node and place it here, change the roughness value 0.800, connect this noise texture factor to the normal, now bring bump node in Add menu, place it here, change this into height, change the strength value 0.800, then click this in. Drag it, now bring Voronoi texture, this is another way to bring nodes, change the scale value 50, detail value 2, then duplicate this bump node, place it here, connect this Voronoi distance into this bump height, change the strength value 0.290. Click New, rename it Landscape, press Shift A. Now in all faces points will be places, change the density value, then bring instance on points. Now we can see, we couldn't see our landscape, for that bring join geometry, place it here, then connect this group input, to join geometry, now we can see our landscape, then bring object info, and select the tree here, or you can use this eyedrop to select, you can see our tree it is placed in all the points, you can change the seed value, if you want, click this and drag, then bring random value. Now click and drag all these, press value, 0, and change the Z value of both, minimum and maximum value, then duplicate this random value, connect this to scale, then change the value. Now in this view, hold Ctrl Alt, press 0, in numpad. Now if you move, you will come out of the camera view. Now press N for this, then click View, enable camera to view, press 0 to go to camera view. Now if you move it, see it will move the camera. Select the camera, in Object Data Properties, change the focal length to 35, if you increase the focal length it will become flat, you can see the changes. Now I am change the value into 35, now in Viewport Display, change this value into 1. After that you can adjust the view. Now I'm going to move my landscape here little bit, then I am changing the seed value into 3, now you can see our camera will show this part of landscape only, this part won't show in camera view. So in edit mode, go to wireframe mode, select these faces, to come out of the camera view, then hold Ctrl press plus, to extend the selection, then press Ctrl I, to invert selection, delete these faces, now press 0 to go into camera view, see now it is so good. In Geometry node, select these nodes, hold Ctrl Shift press D, to duplicate, and place it here. If we duplicate it like this, see the wire will be connected, connect this instances, to group output, then delete this object info, and bring collection info. Now select this grass collection, then enable these two option, connect this to instance, then change the density value. If you make this value height, then your system will be slow, so for now reduce the value. At final you can change this value high and then change the random value of rotation, and change the random value of scale. Again select these nodes, and to duplicate, place it here, instances, to group output. Now in here, select this rock, connect this to instance, then change the density value, and then change the random value of rotation, and change the random value of scale. Once again select these nodes, hold Ctrl Shift press D, to duplicate, place it here, instances, to group output. Now in here, select this plant collection, connect this to instance, then change the density value, and then change the random value of rotation, and change the random value of scale. Now change the grass density value high. Now bring a plane, place it here, just scale it like this. After that, subdivide it like this. Go to Geometry node, click New, rename it Tree, click the landscape, and select these node, copy it, then paste it here, connect this geometry input to mesh, click the transparent here in Object Info, then change the rotation value, and then change the scale value. After that change the density value. Now finally bring our default cube here, rename this cube fog, then scale this cube big, then delete this principled, BSDF, node. Now click this and drag, then bring principled volume, now change the density value into 0.010. Duplicate this cube, and rename it Sun Rays Light. In Shader Editor, remove this material, then click New, rename it Sun Ray Light, delete this principled, BSDF, node. In Add menu bring emission, connect this to volume, then bring Voronoi texture, press Ctrl T, change the scale value to 0, change it 3D into 4D, and then change the scale value to 30. To bring the color ramp, place it here. Now bring the black value here, and change the white value. Hex code is 20201B. Now it is our Sun Rays Light. Then rotate your cube like this. After that, if you want, you can increase the brightness of this color like this, or you can increase this black. Then press Shift A, empty, plane, place it here. Then in camera click Object Data Properties, enable the depth of field, then select this empty, and then change the F, stop value, play with the value. Then change the render samples 200, in Render Properties. Before going to render, if you want, in Geometry nodes you can change the tree rock, plant, density value, or seed value. After that, go to render, click render image. That's all. Now you have created this landscape environment in Blender. Subscribe to my channel to learn more like this.